Hello, students. Today we are going to understand two topics of English grammar. First is kinds of sentences, and second is kinds of noun. So, let's understand kinds of sentences. So, first we need to know what is a sentence. A combination or group of words that gives a complete meaning, thought, or idea is called a sentence. Example, I ate an apple. Here you can see there are different words like I, ate, an, and apple. So when we combine them, I ate an apple, it gives us a thought or an idea or meaning. So it is a combination or group of word which makes a sentence. A sentence starts with a capital letter. You need to note that whenever you start a sentence, the first letter must be capital and ends with full stop. Sentences generally ends with full stop, exclamation mark or question mark. It can end with any of these. So, group of words or combination of words which makes sense or which gives you a thought or idea is known as sentences. Now, what are the kinds of sentences? First is declarative or assertive sentence. Second is interrogative sentence. Third is exclamatory sentence. And fourth is imperative sentence. Apart from these four, there are other type of sentences, but we will understand only four types of sentences. So let's understand one by one. First is assertive sentence. An assertive sentence is a sentence that states a fact. Any sentence that gives you a fact which can't be changed is known as assertive sentence. Assertive sentence will also provide you information. For example, the train is late today. This is an information, so it is an assertive sentence. Also note that assertive sentence always ends with a full stop. Or example of a fact, Earth revolves around the sun. It is also a fact, so it is an assertive sentence. Second is imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is a sentence that gives a command. Any sentence which gives you a command or instructions or order something or request something is known as imperative sentence. Like your teacher always says you that get out of class whenever you mischief in class. So she is giving you an order. So that is an imperative sentence. Here you can see example. Vivek, go to your room at once. This is an order. Example of a request. Please give me your book. It is a request, so it is an imperative sentence. Example of instruction. Close the door. It is a instruction. Someone is giving you instruction to close the door. So these sentences are known as imperative sentences. Next is interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. So interrogative sentence always asks for information. Note that interrogative sentences ends with a question mark. As you can see here, example, where is my pen? It ends with question mark, so it is an interrogative sentence. Another example, won't you polish your shoes? So someone is asking you It is an interrogative sentence. Last is exclamatory sentence. Sentences that expresses sudden and strong feeling is known as exclamatory sentence. Whenever you express a strong feeling, then it is a exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences always ends with an exclamation mark, as you can see here in the example. What a shame! And there is a exclamation mark. So this is an exclamatory sentence. Let's revise it. Assertive gives you a fact or provide you information. Imperative sentences gives you order, instructions, or request. Interrogative sentences ask a question or ask for information, whereas exclamatory sentences are used when sudden and strong feelings are expressed. So, assertive and imperative sentence ends with a full stop. Interrogative sentence ends with a question mark, whereas exclamatory sentences ends with an exclamation mark. Let's move to a second topic, that is kinds of noun. So firstly, we need to understand what is a noun. A noun is a word that names something such as person, place, thing or idea. In a sentence, nouns can play the role of subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement, a possessive or adjective. So noun is a name of person, place, thing or idea. It plays a very vital role in a sentence. For example, Meena was born in Agra. So here Meena is a noun because she is a person, and Agra is also a noun because it is a place. Now kinds of noun. There are more than 5 types of noun, but we will understand only 5 nouns, that are proper noun, common noun, material noun, collective noun, and abstract noun. So let's understand it one by one. First is proper noun. Proper noun refers to the name of a specific person, place, and thing. So proper noun is a special name that is given to a particular person or a thing. Also note that proper noun always starts with a capital letter. As you can see here, example, Miss Jane Smith, Antarctica, Samsung. As we know that Antarctica is a continent, there is no other continent which named as Antarctica. Only a specific name is given to it. Also, India is a proper noun because there is no other place named India. Second is common noun, a name for an unspecified place, person or thing is known as common noun. So, a common noun is a common name that are given to person or things of same kind. For example, book. There are many books. It can either be a novel or your textual book, educational book, GK book. So, it is a common name given to them. We are not specifying each. Car. There are many cars like Hyundai, Maruti Suzuki. So, but we are giving them a common name. Only car. So, it is a common noun. Temple, lamp, subway, teacher, etc. Third is collective noun. A collective noun indicates a group of individuals or things. So collective noun is a group name that is given to a collection of person or things. For example, battalion, crew, committee, audience, team, etc. As we say that a crowd of people, there are many people, so we'll denote it as crowd, not many people. And if there is a group of cow, we'll say herd of cow. Will not say many cows, instead we'll use herd of cows, which shows a group of cows. Or if there are many keys, we'll name it as bunch of keys. Fourth is abstract noun. An abstract noun expresses feelings, emotions, expressions, etc. So, abstract noun is the name given to qualities, feelings, actions, or state. For example, anger. This is a feeling, happiness, truth, etc. More example of abstract noun is honesty, love, energy, childhood, etc. Or you can say abstract noun is the common name given to qualities, feelings, actions, or states. Last is material noun. A materialistic noun is a noun that describes the name of a material. So, a material noun is the name given to material things, substances, or item of food or drink. For example, money is a material. Aluminium, it is also a material. Gold, etc. More examples of material noun are cotton, tea, copper, maize, water, etc. We can further classify noun into countable and uncountable noun. So from the word you can understand that countable means which we can count. For example, cat, women, pencil, child, etc. Note that countable noun can either be in singular or plural. For example, cat or cats, women, women, pencil, pencils, child, children. Countable nouns can have a, n, or a number before them. There must be articles like a, n, or any number can be there. For example, I have a cat. It shows he or she has a cat, which means singular. She has one cat. My cousin has 3 children. So it is countable. Next is uncountable. From the word we can understand that noun which we cannot count is known as uncountable noun. For example, milk, safety, rice, happiness, etc. Note that uncountable noun doesn't have plural form. You cannot write milk as milks, safety as safeties, rise as rises. That is wrong. Uncountable nouns are always in singular form. Usually, uncountable nouns cannot have a, n, or a number before them. Also, there will be no article like a or n or any number before it. For example, they like rice. As you can see, there is no article before rice, so it is uncountable now. I wish you much happiness. Again, before happiness there is no article or number, so it is an uncountable noun. Here explanation of topic 1, kinds of sentences, and topic 2, kinds of noun gets over.